we're in England and we're going to look at a book titled European Sculpture, Bernini to Rodin. So Bernini was a sort of 17th century sculptor, Rodin, Victorian 19th century sculptor. And this book I just picked up purely because we own a print in Malta by Bernini. It wasn't obviously engraved by Bernini, but we have a really good Bernini print. And Gian Lorenzo Bernini was 1598 to 1680. And the thing about this print here, which we have in Malta, is that it was printed when Bernini was 36 years old in Rome, and it was made for a circle of people who he knew. So it's not a print which has been taken, lifted, stolen from an image or a work of art by, say, a Victorian printmaker. So we have this lovely print in Malta, and that's just the only reason really I'll pick this book up. So we're going to look at the book, and I'm going to pick out the things I like. I had a quick look at it because there's so much here I don't know about. There's no point in me commenting on the stuff I don't know about. So we'll go through the book. It's an old library book which I picked up at a charity shop. Okay, so I'll skip that one. I don't know what it is. I don't know what they are. They're sort of classic marble statues. You have the fig leaf over the genitals. You have the stumpy arm. You have the missing something. Is it a missing sword? Is it a missing scroll? I don't know. But the one I wanted to show you was this one here. This is a picture of a marble sculpture by Bernini, and it shows Daphne chased by Apollo. And the reason I picked on it is because we have, again in Malta, we have got a picture, a pair of pictures I'll show you about this legend, myth. So what happens is Apollo likes Daphne and chases her, and Apollo is unwelcome, and Daphne tries to escape by running to her father. Her father is the river god, Peneus. So Apollo is chasing Daphne. Daphne runs to the river god, and in the story, because there's different parts of the story, he hides her, and he hides her by granting a spell so that she is disguised as a tree, and she turns into a tree. Her leg here is turning into a tree. Her fingers are sprouting laurels. There is laurel growing from her legs, and Apollo runs after her. She's turned into a tree. He can't see her. He runs off, and subsequently Peneus rescues her. So this is a lovely mythological story, and this is a carved statue showing it. To carve those leaves and these sprouts and this floating piece of cloth is incredible and jaw-dropping. The thing about it, which I find really interesting, is this character here, Apollo, appears to be a female. There is a sort of a breast, there is a sort of female-looking headdress or hairstyle, but Apollo is not a female, obviously. Apollo's male, a male god, and it just shows our way of viewing these people, these characters, is not the same as it was all those years ago. It's the same as when I see a picture of an archangel or an angel. They have a robe, long robe, they have long hair, curly hair, they have dainty features, they look like females, but there is no such thing as a female angel, I'm afraid, as far as I know. They don't exist. All the archangels have got male names. So that was the first one I thought was interesting to me. This is the second thing I thought was interesting. In Malta there are a lot of pictures of cardinals, and there are a fair few marble busts of cardinals, and when you see one of these in the flesh in a museum, when you walk up to one of them at eye level, the effect is amazing. That they're usually slightly bigger than lifelike, but not a lot bigger than life size, sorry. And it shows a confident authority, and you can tell from his face he is not worried about being unseated. The dominance is total. Okay, that's the cardinal. So we go through, and all these are Bernini sculptures and paintings, early ones. Some are in England, some are not in England. Bernini also made this thing, the baldacchino, This baldacchino is massive. You can see from the print that these are people down here. That is the altar cover in the Vatican, and it has these black twirly sticks supporting it with olives or whatever, laurel on the side, and it's a very, very powerful piece of architecture. It is spooky in my view because it's black, or looks black, partially black, but it is magnificent and huge. There's one in St Paul's Cathedral in London, very similar, which is obviously smaller, but no less impressive. So that's Bernini as well. And he did lots of work for the churches. He did mausoleums and all sorts of bits and pieces, incredible stuff. Okay, so whizzing through, we get to a picture of a bronze I saw as well. So I'll stop this one first. This is a flaying picture. This is a nice flaying picture because it doesn't show the final stages of flaying. It's a bit of a contradiction in terms. Titian did pictures of flaying, and there's lots and lots of flaying pictures around and lots of flaying statues around. In fact, in Malta, where we have a business in a little village called Gargor, there is a community cafe by the church, and they have a cabinet with a bronze statue in, and inside this bronze, this glass case is this bronze statue, and it shows the final stages of flaying. And this poor individual who's been flayed alive has had his skin cut off, and they take a long time to cut your skin off because they want the skin in one piece. And this Maltese statue shows the skin, including the skin of the face with the eye holes in larger than life scale, and it's so gruesome. This is, as I say, hasn't got all that in it yet, and the one in this place in Gargo does have the final stages. And of course, the person in the picture, the person in the sculpture, is yet to be martyred and yet to be made into a saint of PS5. But a lot of flaying went on, I'm afraid to say. These are French. And again, looking at Malta, if you go into the Musa and you go and look at the Grand Master statues, the Grand Master bronze busts, they are very similar. The ones in Valletta of the Grand Masters are actually probably more powerful than that one because they have armour, more armour, and they have the cross of Malta. And you can tell it's total authority. The Knights of Malta were French to a large degree, and the ones who weren't French were trying to be French. So this stuff goes on, and then we get to some of the Rodin stuff, the back, and other people in this book as well, with a large variety. Rodin, 1877. I don't know anything about Rodin. So that's the book really. I just wanted to show you those aspects of it. Rodin and Bernini. Thank you.